Hi, everybody. We here at McStabber Studios appreciate you tuning in to see our tabletop RPG streams. Some of the content of our streams may be a bit mature and cause emotional responses in viewers. We really take the well-being of our viewers very seriously, and we want you to do what you need to if something triggers you. Mute the stream, take a break, or just skip an episode. Otherwise, if you decide to stay tuned in, we are available in chat during the streams to talk you through it if you need that. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoy this game session.
And they come to you, they come and they go in the night and they grab you and you disappear and no one can see you anymore and you're gone and they've taken them all, they're all gone. I don't know why. Good evening. So you've returned to talk to your boy Twitch. Looking for the latest in Kindred news? Seems this brand new coterie in Chicago has acquired themselves a bit of property that has some history they didn't know about. Turns out there's an entrance to the Undercity in it, and it's been covered in wards. Wonder who could have put those in. They also were seen having a street talk with certain scruffy brown-haired individual who was holding a hostage while they had their discussion. This individual really seemed to not want to cause a scene, and he made assumptions. But as he was told, one of this coterie, this clan, I'll fuck you up. We will see. I've heard a rumor that this coterie plans to take a visit to the club tonight. Nothing bad ever happens in a club, right? It's a public place. This club is an Elysium, so should be safe. At least they hope. It's time to move on. It's your boy Twitch, and we'll be talking. And it's the cameras, man. They're everywhere. They're watching you. And the cell towers, they put things in our head and they make us sick, and I can't handle it. It's just too much. Oh, God. Good evening, and welcome to McStabber Studios' Windy City After Dark. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
I'm Gavin, and I play Lamar Cade of Clan La Sombra.
I'm Relyn Dare, and I play Jacqueline Durand of Clan Ventru.
Arian, and I'm playing Roscoe Akers, Clan Tremere.
And I'm Mr. Plunderloot, also Clan Tremere.
And tonight, we have two members of the cast could not make it tonight because one of them injured themselves and are recovering, and the other one is sick. So we wish them a speedy recovery.
Yes.
But this is the world of darkness, and just because you can't make it, you've always got things you're doing, and don't think because they're not here, their characters aren't running around somewhere in the city tonight, because they are. Also, we have our very first special guest playing tonight with us. You know her from the Discord as Raven, and on Twitter as Ivy Raven. You will see her at a dramatically appropriate time, of course. Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they will have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us who know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. Tonight, we tell their story. welcome back, of course. Last week, this coterie had a run-in with a troublemaker who had given him 24 hours. Now, we're picking up essentially right where that leaves off, with the coterie parting ways for the night. Destiny, of course, has some things she's decided she needs to do. She's got some people to go see. So she's the first one to leave the coterie. Eleanor is, of course, waiting for a ride from Jackie. And I'll turn the scene over to the players so they can close up this night before we go on to the next.
Jackie drops Eleanor off at her haven, as she requested, and then she makes a couple of phone calls. But before she's actually dialing the phone, she tells Etienne, I would like for you to call Animal Control and report a large owl assaulting people in Wicker Park.
Yes, ma'am, I can do that.
Thank you. And then I call my Jackie's blood doll, Peter. Peter, darling.
Oh, yeah, Jackie. Yeah, hey.
Hey, what are you guys doing tonight?
Drinking? I was hoping to run into you at some point, but...
Oh, are y'all in the park?
Yeah, we're down the street.
Okay, do me a favor. I actually have a lot going on tonight, so I will have to catch up with you another night. I promise it'll be soon, though.
You're killing me here. You're killing me.
I know. But I really need you to do me a big favor.
Oh, well, anything. What do you got?
There's this guy. He kind of looks scruffy. He's got, an unkempt beard, brown hair, and I give a full description of the guy.
Okay.
If you happen to see him while y'all are out bar hopping, just let me know. Don't approach him. Don't say anything to him. Just let me know.
I mean, I got my boys. We could rough him up.
You really don't want to do that. This guy's tougher than he looks.
Okay. I mean...
But just be eyes for me. I really wouldn't want anything bad happening to you.
He's not like your buddy from the other night, is he, though?
He wants to be kind of like that.
You hang out with some rough people.
Well, It's good. It's good to have friends that can protect me.
Anything for you, Jackie. I'm good. I'll do it.
Thank you. Just let me know if you see him, okay?
Okay.
All
I
right.
can do that.
And then before we leave the actual domain, if I see a cop, I'm going to have Etienne stop.
Okay, and it's not hard. You find one. It's Wicker Park. There's not a lot of them, but there's normally one driving through at various points, and you've run across the cop.
Okay, I'm going to rouse Bless of Life.
Okay.
I succeeded.
Okay.
Going to step out of the car looking very disheveled and upset. Officer?
Everything all right, ma'am?
I'm so sorry, but I don't know what to do. My brother, my parents have asked me to go out looking for him, and I can't find him anywhere, and we're all worried. He's got out of rehab not long ago, but I think he's fallen off again.
Did you file a missing persons report?
We really don't want to do all that. If you just happen to see him, can you just let me know? He can sometimes be
is he a danger to people? Is he a danger to himself?
No, not really, but I don't want you... I don't want him arrested. We want to keep it quiet. I understand, family's got money, and they just don't want to, But if you could just help me, just let me know if you see him.
Yeah, give me a description, and I need a number I can contact you, of course.
Okay, sure. And I give him the description, and I give him a card with a number.
Okay. And as you...
Off, basically out of character, Jackie has cards with different numbers on it. All of them route to her phone. That way she knows who's calling from what number. Okay. So she gives one of those cards to the police officer.
He takes your description, and I can't promise anything, ma'am, but if I see something, I'll let you know.
Thank you, and I'll come pick him up, I promise.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
And as you get back in the car, you notice his partner, who was standing nearby, comes over and starts, kind of elbowing him in the ribs a little bit and pointing at the car as it drives off.
Yeah.
Now.
Hot woman walked out of an expensive car.
And Eleanor and Jackie leave for Eleanor to get dropped off at her house.
Mm-hmm.
Now we leave what Lamar, Jonathan, and Roscoe are planning.
Lamar will say goodnight to the guys, tell them to take care of yourselves, not get caught alone with you know who.
Who?
If there you go. But if something happens or you need backup, give me a call. Meet me at Sylvester's. We'll figure something out.
Lamar, I think we both know something starts happening. We're beyond saving at that point.
Yeah, but maybe sometimes if you're running opposite directions, you just have to be faster. You don't have to be faster than the bear. I'm kidding. Both you take care of each other.
Yeah. All right, Lamar. You have a good night, man.
You too. And Lamar will try to look in if there's an army surplus store anywhere. Like if I don't know if one will be open this late at night. But if
well,
you can,
it's your domain. You tell me. Is there an army surplus store in your domain?
Yes, there absolutely is.
Okay. And we will make sure after this session, we will note it on the map as another building populated in the domain. And as we build the domain out, that'll work. So yes, there is one.
Excellent. He'll check out its hours, and if it's open, he'll actually go inside and he'll purchase another knife, because one can never have too many of those.
It's funny. It is open. So you go and buy. Now, what kind of knife you're looking for? This is, of course, an army surplus store. They've got a lot of the Rambo knockoff style combat knives, but they actually have a good selection of other punch knives, fighting knives, and, of course, flip out buck knives. No stilettos or switchblades. They're not exactly legal.
He'll look for a punch knife.
Several of them.
He will buy 2 of them.
Okay.
And he'll get the name of the owner of the store, Stan.
Okay.
And he will decide he'll let Stan know that maybe he'll come in every now and again just to see what he's picked up, and if he can get his hands on a particular type material duffel bag, we'll buy one of those from the next time he's around.
Okay. Stan's sure. Yeah, I'll see what I can find. Always looking for more business. This isn't exactly the neighborhood where we get a lot of business, though oddly enough, most of what we sell seems to be knives.
You know what? That sounds about right. And
I will let you roll wits streetwise. Three successes. The guy has a faint whiff of gun oil on his hands while you're speaking to him. Now, you know for a fact, guns are illegal in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a scent of gun oil on his hands.
Okay. Hey, Stan, so just out of curiosity, if the guy was looking for a weapon to protect himself, and not saying that sell him here, but if he needs to get in contact with one, if you need to get one, would you know a guy who could help with that?
Well, hypothetically, for self-defense reasons, I may know somebody who can help you out. I mean, if you want to slide me a 50, we can talk. You look like somebody who might handle himself, so.
You know what, Stan? And he takes out his wallet. He'll actually push a $100 bill over the counter. And just to keep this between you and me, because I may need to come in here and pick up something for another friend of mine who could use it. But yeah, let's keep this business relationship working, you and me.
Oh, definitely. You tell me what you're looking for, and as he smoothly pulls the 100 and it disappears, and I'll see what I can do.
The Glock 9 millimeters.
36 hours. I can have you one.
All right. You have me one or both?
We can do 2. Same thing, 36 hours.
36 hours. All right. Then see you in 36 hours.
I'll make sure that 2 magazines extra with it. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Now, we'll talk about price in 36 hours. You look like the kind of man who's not going to argue too much on price.
Not a guy that argues with people. And he just kind of smiles at
that smile, you see him get an involuntary shiver up his spine because you're still an obvious predator.
Yeah, I will see you soon. And he actually finger guns him. And will...
You see him flinch slightly when you do it?
And he will go ahead and head back to his car from there with his new gains.
Okay. And you head back to your car, and I assume you're heading back to your haven now.
Yes.
Okay, so Jonathan and Roscoe, your ending parts for this night?
Well, Hoss, you want to head back over to the Chantry and see if we can have a peek at that boat?
Absolutely. Let's have a look.
All right, let's go.
So, do you take your individual cars or ride in one car?
I'll drive. It's no problem.
All right, we'll take the G-Wagon.
So,
Yeah.
Roscoe, you're planning to leave your car behind?
Yeah.
In your domain after you've been given 24 hours notice?
That might not be such a great idea, you know. Roscoe thinks to himself, why don't I follow you over there?
I just wanted to see if you were going to do it because,
I mean, you could.
you could.
I could,
Good.
but whether I should is a completely different question.
Once in a
Yeah,
while, the storyteller
absolutely.
feels a little generous and might want to warn you.
You might
was
want
about
to
to fuck
lead
up.
somebody towards something.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll follow you over there.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't take long to get there. This time of night, traffic's died down a bit, especially around the mansion. Part of why Tremere liked that place. There's other reasons, of course. And when you arrive, the doorman's there, but he pays no attention to you two because he knows you're full members of the Chantry and you come and go as you wish. There's nobody else in the entryway. Now, do you go straight to the library?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And when you arrive, the keeper is still there where he was before, except there's a stack of books beside him. Yes. You were asking of Egyptian.
Yeah,
Translation
keeper.
over those books, right there.
Okay. Thank you very much for pulling those for us.
That's my job. Anything else I can help you with tonight?
I don't think so. Let's go have some fun, Johnny.
Now, your book
Absolutely.
is not in that pile. That is just a collection of books to translate Egyptian.
Okay, so I was thinking maybe after he had given these books, we knew where it was on the shelves.
No,
So we
you
do-
didn't, because he said he
Oh,
wasn't
right,
sure
you're
where he
right.
was going to file it before you left.
That's right. Oh, keeper. The book that we wanted to have a look at tonight. That's not in the stack. The book that I brought in.
No. Miss Portia checked the book out.
Excuse me? I didn't know anyone was allowed to check things out.
Well, she had dispensation from the regent.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Did she give any indication when she might bring it back?
I do not believe I asked. I'm sorry, but
That's fair enough.
she may be in her quarters if you wish to go see her.
It's not that urgent tonight. I mean, I'm sure we can check back another night.
I will make sure when it returns to set it aside for you.
Thank you very much, Keeper.
And he goes back to looking at some sort of tome he was staring at that you can't make heads or tails of, to be honest.
Okay. Well, that was pretty short and sweet tonight, Johnny. I don't think I want to push too hard on that.
Not at the present time. Perhaps we could have a quick glance at those runes we saw. Tomorrow.
That's a great idea. Yeah. All right. We'll do that.
We can do that before we meet up with everyone else.
All right.
Okay. And at this point, I know Jonathan wants to go back to his haven to arrange for his assistants to go check the building out during daylight hours to start documenting the rune structure.
Jackie has one more call before she turns in.
Okay.
She contacts Melina.
Mm-hmm.
Melina.
Hey, how you doing, Jacko?
I'm good, dear. How are you?
Getting by.
Good. I need a favor.
Okay. Well, I mean, depends on the favor, but what you got?
Can you get an image from street cameras?
Depends on the image.
I give her the location and the
Okay.
time. And it was the time that he was crossing the street with the woman.
I'll see what I can find for you. And,
if you're able to get it, pass it to Abigail.
Sure.
Tell her to bring it to me undelivered tomorrow at the Succubus Club before the baby chorus performance.
if I can get it tonight, sure. Or, well, I wouldn't get it, but if I can get it tonight or
During
one
the
of my
day.
people can grab it tomorrow.
Okay. I appreciate that. And I'll owe you for that.
Well, I'm sure.
But you know I'm good for it, dear. Thank you.
Good doing business.
Of course.
And then the line goes dead. And the coterie has gone their separate ways for the night. The sun rises and everyone sleeps. And then as night settles on the city, the kindred awake. Now, because this is the first time the kindred has slept mid of a game, this is going to be the first time they do rouse checks on camera. So everyone will do a rouse check for now, except for, of course, the special guest who's not part of this yet. And man, look at that.
Oh,
And Lamar gets a little hungrier. But because it's a rouse check for waking, I don't have to hit you with the beast on that. And it is now a Thursday when Baby Chorus is supposed to perform at the Succubus Club. And the coterie hasn't expressed an interest to go and see them perform. Jonathan and Roscoe had said there was something they were going to meet up beforehand. We'll come to that in a second. What is Lamar and Jackie doing for preparation?
I do send a text out. I send it as a group text, and of course, I'm sure I get a response that Destiny and Eleanor have other plans.
Destiny does not respond.
Okay.
Eleanor said she's got to talk to Ben. Now, you've heard her mention Ben before.
That's fine. I understand. So my group text out is, I need to go to the Succubus Club tonight. Anybody want to go see Baby Chorus with me?
I'm in.
I'm in. ...
And then at some time later, sure.
And I respond privately to Lamar, color me surprised.
Lamar would respond immediately, but he keeps fighting with the number pad. Because every now and then it'll type in a letter he didn't type. And then finally, gotta live, and then the message sends. And then another couple minutes later, some Tim. Followed by TYME.
TYME.
Followed by asterisk TM.
And then followed by fuck this phone. Which came through clear.
Followed by that was the last of that phone because
And
Lamar.
that coming clear for some reason, because why not? So, where are you going to plan to meet, Jackie? Have you told him a place to meet or just meet at the Succubus Club?
Honestly, the Succubus Club is like 2 blocks down from her haven, probably a block away.
Why not?
Mar would like to feed before he goes to the Succubus
Oh, there's
Club.
time.
Lamar is planning to hunt for the night.
Yes.
Okay. And as always, because of the way we're handling things here, if you're going to hunt for the night, we're going to reduce it to your hunting roll, which is strength plus brawl. And we will play the scene out, of course, if you get a bad roll. Now, because of the way I do it, you can do strength brawl or dex brawl, because there's 2 different fighting types.
I will go Dex Brawl.
Okay. Let's see what he rolls. One success. But it's not actually,
Actually, it
That's a
is.
bestial failure.
unless you
No.
use some willpower.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
And if it doesn't let you do the SP, just roll your die
Yep, 2 dice. And pray.
and mark your
Mhm.
willpower.
Gonna sidetrack this whole episode.
Oops.
We've had it happen before.
Mhm.
Yeah, if it won't let you roll the willpower, Chris, just roll 2 dice and be good to go. 2 successes.
Okay, that's better. At least it's not a bestial failure.
That is better because it's you're in your domain, which is a sidetrack of the rack, which gives it a difficulty 3, but you actually have the thing that reduces your hunting rolls by 1 in your domain.
Mm-hmm.
So you are actually good. You have managed to avoid holy fuck. And I assume you're only going to take 1 blood off the individual.
Yes.
So you can bring your hunger back down to 1. And because you're an alley cat, you find somebody in the alley. Are you an alley cat? Are you going for people who are doing bad things, or just find a random person to roll in the alley and take some blood?
Someone who's doing something bad that they shouldn't be doing.
No, you find one of the local drug dealers and, yeah, I'll buy some, man. Yeah, not here in the street. Let's go over here in the alley. And then you hook him up the hard way.
Yep.
So, and then now the coterie can gather where they're gathering. And Jonathan and Roscoe meet up. And of course, you're meeting to find out what the Revenant. Where are you meeting, though? Are you meeting in the building? In your domain?
Outside.
Okay. It's not been the full 24 hours yet, so you know you're safe for a little longer. I'll let you 2 talk real quick before we move on to everybody gathered together. Now, your people have been studying. They've got it copied. Your Revenant, they've got most of it copied and can start the studying after this. But so they've got it noted.
Johnny, did they pull down all the plaster inside just to get everything?
They've
They
got
pulled down
most of it.
a lot of it. Yeah.
Most of it.
Yeah. They pulled down enough to find a consistent pattern before it repeated itself.
Yeah, did
Once
they find it? They find any that just didn't seem to fit? Because we need to find that ward that let what's his name know that we were there.
It's hard to, that's the part you got to research, is which parts are part of which ones.
We'll have to research it further.
Okay.
But I have the patterns.
Cool. All right, man.
Yeah, you can identify all the parts of the wards. You just got to break them down into which one is part of which ward, so you can look at and break the symbols into individual pieces.
So I
But
understand it. It took you a while to understand the meaning of some of the symbols.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for that.
Oh, what's that?
I'm sure you've heard of House Goretrix.
I've heard rumors and such, but I don't really know about them.
It appears to be from that design of
Oh,
blood
okay.
sorcery.
Okay. Does that have any kind of special components or anything that's much different than what I'm familiar with?
More or less a different train of thought.
Okay.
There are similar aspects, though.
Understood. I'm going to have to look into that myself then.
Well, I think we should meet with the others at the Succubus Club.
I agree.
If you'd like to know more about these symbols, I'll get you a transcript available.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Well, I think we should be about our business. We don't want to be late to rehearsal.
Well, there is such a thing as fashionably late.
Oh, this is true.
But not noticeably late.
Not too late that you can't speak.
That's right.
So I was having headphones issues when you decided, are you meeting at the Succubus Club or different places?
Said about a block away.
Yeah, about a block away.
So,
I'm sure there's a parking garage or something.
Oh, you're going to need lots of parking garages. It's a
I'm
busy
in
place.
downtown, so yeah, there's a parking garage.
And the Succubus Club is a busy place.
Right.
Even this early, people are already starting to line up.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course they are.
Of course they are.
Mm-hmm.
But we have been told if we come early, we might be able to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So the coterie gathers, and as you come up to the door of the Succubus Club, it's not officially open yet, but the line's formed outside, and there is 2 bouncers standing outside the door. Both of them are very large men, but both of them are also very beautiful.
Mm.
They are gorgeous men, almost perfect specimens.
Mm.
And
I nudged Jack. He's like, stop that.
I can appreciate things of beauty.
I'm sure there's someone's plaything.
Oh, I'm certain. Must be nice.
And as you walk up, they look at you all. Can I help you? Line's there.
Someone who has spoken to the band should speak up.
We had an invite from the band, from Baby Chorus. And I pull out the signed demo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 1 second. Okay. Yeah. I've been instructed to let you come in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent.
And they open the door, leaving you all to come in. Now, for a club that's not open,
It's got some people in it.
there's a number of people in the building already. You would estimate, this place is actually amazing in terms of its layout. It's multi-level. It's got 4 bars. It's got a dance floor, stages, DJ booth, balconies, elevated walkways, VI suite. Rumor has it has a special clientele basement. The stage area that he's performing is not on the main dance floor. It's in one of the side bars, one of the side rooms. And when you come in, you can see that's where most people are gathering. And you can hear, you hear some instruments every once in a while, and you hear, somebody checking the mics and mic thumping around, and everything's getting set up.
As we're coming in, can we tell if it's mostly kindred or a mix of kind in with them?
You can't tell. You don't recognize any of the people you see in the main area. Now, I assume you're walking into the bar part. And when you walk into the bar, up on the stage, there are people you recognize. Damien's on the stage wearing a Baby Chorus t-shirt. He's got blue jeans on, and Chuck Taylor's on his feet, of all things. And he's standing there talking to a person you all recognize, which is Kathy. And that odd individual that you've been warned about is there as well. Nero, looking just as cold and emotionless as the last time you've seen him. And then there's also someone else there that you've not met before. And I'm going to share this picture to everybody and then give a description of him. Let me switch this over to Kindred so it'll show up, right? There he is. Shared out.
Okay.
He is tall, handsome, blonde, high cheekbones, narrow blue eyes. Looks very young, but his skin almost a porcelain color. And he is up there also with them. He's sitting there, got a bass guitar that seems to be tuning up. And when you come in, you're noticed immediately by Damien, because he wasn't that deep in conversation, and he just kind of, you see him nod towards you, and you figure there's 40, 50 people in this room right now. Most are just sitting around drinking, talking. There's nobody you recognize in the room yet.
When Jackie catches Damien's eye, she's going to basically point at him, point at her, point at her mouth.
And he just picks the mic up and literally, later.
And she does
and
a thumbs
everyone
up.
in the audience, their head whips around and they're looking to see what he was talking to.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts it back down, and they go back, and they're setting up still. Like I said, they practice normally about 10 o'clock, given the time of year. It's probably about 9:30 now. They're about to start their practice sets before the doors open at midnight, which is when the party really starts. Cool. And the group, you find a bar seat or a booth to sit at, and doesn't seem long before 10 o'clock rolls around and the band practice starts.
In the meantime, Jackie's checking her phone for any potential messages from Peter or the cop.
Okay. And when the music starts, it's odd. Damien does a mix. He does a couple rap sets, hip hop, old school R&B. He even busts out a reggae song at one point. He seems to definitely be multi-talented, and his band, even oddly enough, Nero plays one song, and then once it's done, he leaves the stage and just sits down in a booth and watches, leaving the rest of them playing.
What instrument did Nero play?
He was doing backup vocals of all things.
And what song was it?
It was a rap song of some sort that, you've not heard it before on the radio or anything, but you believe you heard it briefly on the demo. Now remember, this is the oddity of this place is Damien looks 14 or 15. He's up on stage. And even the practice sets are getting a round of applause, people standing. And then as it gets later in the night, the doors are letting more and more people in informally. And you're not approached by anybody. You're generally left alone. A waitress comes over to ask to get your order. And it's a gorgeous redhead.
I tell her a whiskey neat.
And the rest of you?
Gin and tonic.
Anything else?
Neat.
Now let me go put that in.
Thank you.
And she goes back and brings you the drinks. And you've still not seen Portia at all. But the club isn't officially open yet. And 11 o'clock rolls around, and their practice is getting more and more built up, like it's less of a practice session and more of going into playing with less breaks between them. And as the crowd picks up, the main door is open. As the club picks up, even though it's not opened, there's becoming enough people that it's fully a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Jackie, you noticed somebody you were hoping would show up coming in to the bar area where Baby Chorus is playing. It's Abigail.
Oh, good, she's here. And I raise my hand up and get her attention to bring her over to the booth where we're sitting.
Abigail sees Jackie and moves over towards them.
Abigail, darling, sit down.
Jackie, it's so wonderful to see you again.
Oh, good. Did you get the package?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. Have a seat. This is Roscoe, Jonathan, and Lamar. They are part of my new coterie.
Oh, that's wonderful. Abigail will extend her hand to each of them in turn. Just formality.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to meet you.
Good.
Up gets her head. Nice to meet you.
This is my
Evening.
progeny. My protege,
Nice to meet
Abigail. So, show me what they gave you.
Okay. Abigail pulls a manila envelope out of her kind of sizable purse and slides it across the table to Jackie.
Okay.
I will say, Jackie, Melina did say that this comes with a high price. She seemed a little shaken, and so I don't know.
She knows I'm good for it. I'm always good for it. All right. And then I opened it up,
And inside is
I take out the photo.
several pictures. There's 3 of them.
Oh, there's 3.
They're a little grainy. They can obviously been taken from security
distance.
camera
Mhm.
At night. They're not perfectly clear, but it's clear enough. You're looking at your troublemaker in your domain. 3 pictures of him taken from the street cameras as he walked across the street with a young lady in his arm.
I'll be talking, and I'm saying this quietly at the table because there's music going. People are, making noise. Nobody's going to hear us
It's
unless
busy
they're
enough
trying
now
to
that
listen.
in this room that it's noisy.
I'm going to be showing this to Damien after the set and letting him know that we are going to take care of it and keep his mistake quiet.
Understood.
All right.
Then, I'm sure that will earn us some favor. Then I am going to drop one of these off to Tyrus and let him know I don't deal in bullshit. So that way we have friends in case we need them.
Friends are good.
Yeah, that's good. And
Friends
maybe
are
we
always
figure-
good.
Maybe we figure out the next part of what's going to happen with this, because he did sound pretty serious about giving us 24 hours.
Yes, and we've got about 3 hours left.
Thing is he likes to lay traps.
I think we need to lay one for him. Even if he knows it's a trap, maybe he will bypass ours and run into the pack.
Mhm.
Now, Abigail, they're having this conversation right in front of you. You have no clue what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, Abigail's just going to try and look pretty and stay out of it.
Abigail knows the drill. So, Abigail, I will not have you involved in this. Basically, what has happened is Jackson has given us some territory that we must manage. And there is a problem child causing issues. So we're taking care of that.
Well, just on looks alone, it looks like you guys are probably well equipped to do this. And I know you, especially Jackie, you're an excellent problem solver. So I'm sure they had the utmost faith in your skills, especially.
If they not, they'll learn after this. But but thank you so much for bringing this to me.
Of course.
Truly. How are things going for you?
Oh, they're going fantastic.
Good.
Just acquisitions here and acquisitions there. So
Fantastic. The last group you sent me worked out perfectly.
I'm so glad to hear that.
Oh, they are wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And we are actually I'm going to have to sit down and have a talk with you because I may have need of a new contract because we have a new venture that we are looking to staff.
Okay.
Soon.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Can always acquire whatever it is you need. So
Perfect. Very
Now,
good.
While they're having this conversation, Jonathan, you notice enter the room Kindred, you know tertiarily. She's on the arm of a man that you've never met, but you know her tertiarily because she is one of the hounds of the city. Miss Alexis Santos. Though, from what you understand, she is the Canis Major, more like a hound and scourge combined. Now, ordinarily, this wouldn't, you wouldn't notice this, or it wouldn't have been a big deal, except for the man she's on the arm with, you've not seen before. But he's also wearing glasses way too dark to be able to see in the club. Now, the woman known as Alexa, blonde hair, kind of long, she's definitely dressed for the club. So, but she's got a slight olive tint to her skin. What she's wearing tonight seems to be a lot of skulls on it. Leather, denim pants, not quite full club, dressed up for the occasion. But it's not like there's not people who do the same thing. And the man she's with, he appear to be Spanish in origin, or Hispanic of some kind. 30s. He's still got a slight olive complexion, but it's definitely much lighter than hers. He's got his hair back in a ponytail, and you notice he's got a cane in his hand, and the cane he's got in his hand is one that a blind person normally would be using. Now, you're the only one who noticed him come in with her leading him, essentially.
Interesting. Do I know what clan this Alexa is in?
Yes, she is Malkavian.
Interesting. I see someone I recognize. Excuse me for a moment. And I'll make my way over to Alexa.
When he gets up and walks over, everyone here at the table, Lamar, Jackie, Roscoe, Abigail, you know who Alexa is. You've all seen Alexa. She's one of the court. Abigail, you recognize the man on her arm. That's a Luke.
A Luke.
Or a Luke, the art dealer that you know of.
Wow. I didn't expect to see a Luke here tonight. I mean, I guess it's not a huge surprise since this is kind of the place to be sometimes. So,
Who's the Luke?
Oh, the gentleman Alexa's with. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What does he do? I'm sorry. What does he do?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
That's okay.
He's an art dealer. He's got exquisite taste. It's very interesting. And I know what you're thinking. How does a man who looks like he's blind do art? But I don't know. He does it. He pulls it off, and it's fabulous.
I don't doubt that. Put me in contact.
Okay,
you know I have interests in art.
Of course. Yeah, and if you guys are doing a new venture, I'm sure he could probably get you some pieces for that too. So
right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Right.
Now, Jonathan, when you approach him, as you get closer, Alexa looks at you, and she's got almost a scowl on her face as you approach. Just does not look like she gives a shit.
I'll simply nod.
But as you approach, the oddest thing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Alex's head, I'm never going to pronounce it right. Luke's head slightly turns towards you as you approach. And you can see in his eyes, he is definitely blind. But he is looking right at you.
I'll simply kind of bow my head a little bit, and I'll go back to the coterie.
As you nod your head, she leans over and whispers something in Luke's ear, and he nods. And then he whispers something back that you can't catch over the sound of the music. And as you return to the coterie, you see them making their way towards the rest of you. doesn't take them long to arrive at the table as they stand there.
Jackie takes a sip of her drink.
And Alexa looks over. Abigail?
Alexa?
Let's see. I'm trying to see if I get these names right. Jonathan. Roscoe. Jacqueline.
Of course.
And Lamar.
Evening.
Good evening, Alexa. How are you?
I'm here. I guess that's what we could say.
And who is this with you?
This is Aluk. And Aluk bows his head.
Pleasure, Jacqueline Durand.
I have a voice to match with the name, thank you. And his accent is Spanish, but not heavily to the point where it's hard to understand. Actually, there's a machismo to it that you can tell he gets noticed whenever he speaks. Abigail, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you again too, Luke.
Are you coming by this weekend? We have a new gallery opening.
Oh, of
More
course. Of course. You should definitely get Jackie an invite to, because she's definitely interested in your work. So,
would you all like to come?
I would love to.
As would I.
Got a name for
as
that.
well.
So that would be, and he points right at you, Jonathan and Roscoe, even though his eyes are not glazing.
Let's make it a full party. Sure, why not?
Fantastic.
Lamar, I've heard of you. One of the recent converts.
Guilty as charged.
Well, how are you liking our city?
Thus far, it's been pretty great. I had a good time.
I'm glad. And Alexa looks at you and goes, you stay in line.
Will do. I've got these great people to back me up here.
He's doing great.
I'm sure. I am sure. What's this I've heard of? Problems? And then Luke taps her and says, Dear, this is not the place.
They will be handled shortly.
Oh, I'm sure we've got it handled.
This is not the place, not the place. She looks at him and goes, Fine. Here to see baby Chorus.
Of course.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Good. Sheriff plays pretty well, doesn't he? And
Yeah, he
Damien
does.
is up there singing. He's not playing at all. He's singing at the moment.
Indeed, he does. I get the meaning.
His voice is very. There's a quality to it. Stays with you.
Well, I hope you enjoy your evening. We're here to speak with some others, and Luke pulls out a business cards, 5 of them.
Nice. I take it.
And on each
graciously.
one, he hands it to everybody. And Abigail, you've gotten them before, but he likes to hand them out again. And the name on it actually says Hector Segura. And it's got a gallery listed. Do join us this weekend.
I would love to. Thank you for
Absolutely.
the invitation.
Yes.
Thank
Look
you.
forward to it.
I'll definitely see you there, Luke.
Very good. Pleased to have you there. And Alexa just rubs his arm, and she even smiles a bit and goes, "It'll be good to have you there as well." And you see the two wander off. Now, for a blind man, he is definitely not.
He's suave.
Well, no, he is not
impeded by obstacles.
Right.
Yeah.
Leaving you back to discuss together his departure.
When Jackie was checking her phone, were there any messages?
Nope.
No? Okay. Nope. So I have animal control on the lookout for an owl. I have eyes looking out for his movements. I've been busy.
As have I. I have the patterns completely copied, and I will begin studying them soon to see exactly how our guest
I still say
his abode.
I still say it needs to be burned to the ground.
You know, I've had a little time to think about it since we left there. Maybe we can use this.
All right, sell me on it, Lamar.
Well, the way that I'm thinking about it, sure, the place looks like a charnel house, or what used to be a charnel house, but that access down there leads possibly into the Undercity. Okay, so we've got that. We can get down there.
It's an escape route.
Right, which means if we do business there and someone tries to hit us, we've got a way out. Right. We've got a secret way in that no one knows about. So we've got that. We can fortify it. We can arm it up. And Jonathan, I'm not trying to take liberties with what you purchased. I'm just outlining how this would work for everyone. You're free to shut it down at any time. But
I think it'd be more advantageous than a steakhouse.
Oh, it absolutely would. I just say we need to burn it down and rebuild. But, so you're talking about the basement, so we do that. And then what about all the crap in the walls?
Now, go ahead, Roscoe.
Oh, I was going to say, we could turn that detection ward against him.
Where it works for us instead.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily want it just against him. Because he's probably not going to be a problem for much longer.
Hopefully this will help and make it even less long.
Yes.
But
because when the 24 hours is up and we haven't contacted him or done anything, if he knows that we've gone someplace, it may attract him.
True.
That's true. That is true.
Perhaps if we move in smaller groups, it may distract
lure
him. Lure
him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the interim, we use it against him to draw him in. Okay. But what do we do after we deal with him?
Well, then we burn him and the rest of it to the ground.
Yeah, but Lamar's saying we shouldn't.
That warding in there, Roscoe, Jonathan, are you able to put up your own, or can you take what's already been done and save yourself some work?
Perhaps.
Maybe turn it so that you guys are the ones to use it for us.
There's the potential for that.
Okay.
The thing that worries me
you've got me now not necessarily wanting to torch it to the ground. Okay. So
it'll at least be replastered.
Oh, of course. But we had
what I worry about is there are additional wards
that we don't know about.
Right.
Yeah. That's what we need to find out. Okay. Well, you guys, that's your thing. I don't have a mind for it at all. I think I'm going to go dancing. Abigail, do you care to join me?
Sure, Jackie.
And as you stand up to go dancing, you turn, and a woman none of you noticed, don't know why, is standing there. Portia.
Oh,
And this is
Portia!
where we go to break. We will be back
Of course.
in 10 minutes. Enjoy the break music.
Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain the prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you? Or is it me? Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in the world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within, to burrow within. Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Allow me to introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, and that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, beautiful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Is she blood Bathory? I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered. All my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, put me up, shut me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory, blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, beautiful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Is she blood Bathory?
welcome back. Before the break, Coterie was hanging out at the Succubus Club, the place to be in Kindred Society. And the Coterie actually finally got to meet Abigail, Jackie's child, who brought some important info over. But right before break, Jackie and Abigail were getting ready to go dance when an unexpected person they almost ran into, Portia. Long black hair, beautiful. She's wearing a very V-cut dress.
Oh, she's head to toe Toreador.
Yeah, but actually it's not even a dress. It's a mini skirt, V-cut down. Shows a large amount of cleavage. Not that she has, endowed, but it's a generous amount being shown.
Oh, Portia. Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Good.
I'm glad you've decided to come to the establishment tonight.
Of course.
How is everyone enjoying their new home?
It needs some cleanup, but we're working on it.
We're a fixer-upper, but yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
Abigail, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen you here a few times.
Oh, well, it's a hippin' and happening place, and so it's
That is what
seen?
they tell me. Very interesting group. I hear all kinds of wonderful things about you.
Oh, well, good.
Oh,
And she actually leans forward and she runs her fingernail right down the side of Lamar's cheek. We'll have to talk at some point. You're quite interesting. I'd love to hear your perspective on becoming one of us.
I'd like to do that at some point, but at this moment, I really have to take this call.
I understand. I'm actually the host. I have to circulate. And I just saw you while I was wandering around.
Friends in high places. I love it already. But-
We will have to definitely speak again sometime. All of you, of course. I'm
course.
always willing to hear information and to talk with individuals because it's the stories we all tell, right?
Indeed.
Of course.
Of course.
Ladies,
Have a-
gentlemen,
Have a good evening, Portia.
good evening, Portia.
Have a good one.
have a good evening as well. And she turns and begins to circulate the crowd again.
Waits until she disappears. Or she's... And I'm out.
Oh, she likes you.
Oh, you're leaving?
Guys, thank you. This has been a great night.
I'm going to hand you the photos and say, please take these to Etienne in the garage.
Will do.
Thank you.
Now, as Abigail and Jacqueline go dance, Lamar, as you're leaving, as you're stepping out of the bar section of the club, you run into someone you know, someone you've met a few times. You didn't expect to see her here, but she's here. And I'm going to share the picture and then we will describe her. That way, everyone, the players. Of course, for those watching it, I like to share the pictures on Discord as well. So if you're watching, you can be on Discord and see the pictures. There we go. It's an individual you know quite well. Sarah Van Braschi. She is a child of your Mala. Appears to be a Japanese-American, mixed ancestry, black hair. She's wearing a flowing gown tonight. And she's got a smirk on her face like you're used to seeing. Lamar, interesting. I didn't expect to see you here tonight.
I didn't expect to be here.
And yet we find ourselves here. How are things?
You do. You know what? They've been pretty decent so far. I could complain, but who's listening, right?
Who is listening indeed?
But I'm actually glad you're here because I have to set up a time for us to talk about a few things. Maybe some information that you can pass along.
Of course, I'm available. You can come to my hotel suite anytime. Of course, not tonight. I'm here. If you
Aren't I good?
could talk here. if it's appropriate.
I mean, we could. However, there's some people in attendance that I definitely don't want to overhear us, especially since one of them's making her way around the club.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can definitely make it tomorrow night for sure.
Then we will I will expect you.
Righty. Well, I won't hold you up any longer. I've got to go and run some errands, but I will see you tomorrow night. You have a good time.
Oh, I will. I'm here to dance a bit and just to be seen. You know, I have to, as a delegate, I have to do, you know, the thing.
Got to make the faces, press the flesh, all that.
I have to show we fit in. And she moves off.
And yeah, he'll salute and he'll head on out that door.
Okay, now Abigail and Jackie are going to dance. Jonathan and Roscoe, what are you doing?
Well, I figure we'll kick back and enjoy our drinks, at least what's left of them, for a bit.
Okay. And as you're sitting and enjoying your drinks, both of you, of course, can drink food. You notice Jackie and Abigail are dancing, and a woman has come up to them and started dancing with them. Now, to describe this woman is interesting, because she definitely does not fit in with the particular crowd. There we go. I'm sharing the record so everybody can see the picture of her.
Okay. She
is 20-something, slight build, dark brown hair. She's got several piercings, a collar spiked on her. She's got at least 3 rings with skulls on them. She's got little tiny skulls hanging from her earrings. She's even got a cuff band on her ear that you catch a glimpse of that has skulls on it. To say she's gone past goth into straight death is an understatement. And she is started to move up on dancing. 7 successes because Jackie wants to put on a serious performance. And she has moved up and has started dancing with Jackie and Abigail. Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for her to say something because Jackie is performing.
She doesn't say anything. She's just started dancing with the two of you.
Okay.
And neither of you have met her before. But she's striking. And, I mean, I would say she was porcelain skinned, but that would be a disservice to just how pale she is.
As I'm dancing, I lean back. Haven't seen you before.
I haven't seen you either here. Not often. I come here a lot. And she's doing a pretty decent dancing. Now, there's an edge to it that's not what you expected. There's not a violence to it, but her moves have a movement of suggesting
danger.
No, pain, agony.
That's not
corpse-like
attractive.
At times.
It's not attractive at all.
She is very odd in her contrast.
The name's Jackie. Yours?
Zal. Just Zal.
Pleasure.
And she is?
Abigail.
I saw you all talking and, sitting over there. And when you came out to dance, I figured, I don't know, you had a nice little group over there that, I mean, got some good looking people you're hanging out with. So why not get to know you?
So besides hanging out here, what do you do to entertain yourself?
Dance, play music. I mean, I don't get to be in baby chorus, but You'll find me on streets some nights with my amp and my guitar, and I'm playing.
Fantastic.
You know, I do a little this, little that. You new in town? I don't think I've seen you around here lately.
Oh, no. Been here a while.
I haven't. At least I don't think I have. Hard to explain. Hard to explain.
That's okay.
And she keeps dancing. Now, for Jonathan and Roscoe, you see them talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're watching.
Yeah, it's not hard to... actually, it's very hard to take your eyes from the three of them. It's a contrast in the way one of them is dancing. Jackie's putting on like a serious performance. Abigail is fitting in with the crowd. And then you have Zal, who's not. And doesn't seem to care.
I actually love that about her. She's free-spirited, does her own thing.
And while they're dancing and talking, Jonathan and Roscoe, you have your visitor.
Okay.
Somebody you all know. She comes up to you. It's a woman. It's a Tremere, one who's part of your chantry.
Okay.
Not Portia, because that's a different. And as she approaches the table, she's got long hair. She's Asian ancestry for sure, very petite. She's wearing it tonight. She normally wears it loose, but tonight she's got it pulled up. And as she comes up, the first thing you notice, Roscoe, as she approaches is the sneer on her face as she's looking at Jonathan.
Really? Okay. Who doesn't like Jonathan?
Apparently everyone.
It is Sun Shi.
I will greet her in Mandarin with good evening.
I don't know what you just said. I am Korean.
Oops.
You're not here looking for more to subjugate, are you, Mr. Berkeley?
No.
I understand, Roscoe. You can't pick your friends.
I didn't know he was a subjugator. What's with that there, Johnny?
He likes to dabble with the Ducheskis.
Okay, do I know who the Ducheskis are?
You don't recognize the name offhand.
Okay, so I'll file it
the
away.
group he's been raised with was not really that discussion.
Okay, I'll file it away.
And that family's been subjugated enough. Huh, they've met Zal.
Who's she? Who's she? Who's Zal?
Officially?
Well, kind of both, but let's start with official anyway.
Kaitif?
Oh, really? Okay.
Officially.
Hmm.
From what I've been able to understand, she actually is a Giovanni. The last in the city.
Really?
Interesting.
She denies it and claims she doesn't remember.
Did something happen to her?
I don't know. But the other one told me.
Which other one? Abigail?
Never mind. No.
Oh. Okay.
The other one warned me.
Oh.
And she seems uncomfortable all of a sudden.
Okay. Oh, just let it drop.
So you just here to hang out tonight?
Yeah, we wanted to come to the Succubus Club. We were listening to Baby Chorus. Just sit here, see people, be seen by other people seeing us.
Yeah, I was actually here on chantry business. Abraham sent me to pass a message to Portia. So, but
okay.
I was kind of shocked to see you here. I'd heard you got stuck with him. But You know, you're going to have to let him go eventually, right? She looks right at you, Jonathan.
They're free to do as they will.
People have said that for centuries, and yet it's not right. You know, we'll talk again.
Okay. It was good to see you tonight.
It's good to see you too. Even if you keep strange company. And now that there's a break in the music, and she finally spots Portia, and you see her start beelining over to Portia. And with the break in the music, Zal, of course, stops dancing. It's nice to meet you.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Zal.
Nice to meet you too.
We'll see each other again, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
If you come here, you will. I'm here quite a bit.
I'm sure I'll come by as often as I can.
There's something you can feel in this place. It just... There's a darkness I like.
I'd like to roll a wits awareness.
Go ahead. Roll all you want.
And while they're all doing that out there on the dance floor talking, I just like lean back and start grinning and hold my drink up and just looking at Johnny. Anything you want to tell me about?
How dark is it in here?
Oh, it's a club.
It's dark.
Good. I'm gonna
It's
look
better
around.
for the throbbing mass, because now it's already fully open. The dance floor is packed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, I'm gonna take a look. Just to see. Over the
Okay.
dance floor.
You're going to shift your eyes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me roll something. Do. This is going to be funny. He's going to use a power in Elysium. That's true.
In the darkest corner.
I understand
That way
what you're
we can,
trying.
you know.
I completely understand. But I've got to roll for something.
It might be something that can detect it.
Might be.
We will roll this. And we'll go.
And I got 3 on my wits awareness.
Okay. And you got 3 on your wits awareness?
Yeah.
Okay. And what were you trying to figure out?
When she said that there's something dark about the place, I just decided to see if I could feel something, anything, or see anything.
I mean, it's a club. There's actually a latent energy to it. It's you can feel that this is the place. That there's like
like it's a hub.
Yeah, there's a lot of passion in the place. But that's all you can tell.
Okay.
And Zal smiles to both of you. Actually looks over at Jonathan and Roscoe and seems to be eyeing them up. And then disappears back into the crowd.
And I lean over to Abigail. She's interesting.
Definitely. That was she's not the right vibe for this place, but
I just take a glance around the place and I'm like, it seems like all sorts mingle here.
oh yeah. But I mean, still, like, you can take it to 10. When you push it past 10, you're treading in difficult territory, and I don't know.
And that was Goth taken to 11.
I mean, her choices. I don't know. She wants to do it. She can do it. So.
So, you've been doing okay?
Oh yeah, so far so good. I mean, you know, business is unfortunately booming, so.
It's terrible. But I know you do everything you can.
Yeah, it's you know, there's never going to be a stop to it, but
No.
that's okay. Because like I said, it gives me something to do, and you know, purpose is always useful, is always a wonderful thing to have. So
Yeah. And I place a hand on your shoulder and say, you do good work. You really do.
well, thank you. That does mean a lot here. So I'm just glad to have the opportunity because, I kind of lean in a little bit closer, and no offense, but there's only so much you can do when, you're...
Mm-hmm. Why do you think I made the offer to you? I saw the potential of the good you could do with it.
Well, thank you. I hope you never regret it. So.
I'm sure I won't. So, oh, what was it you were about to say?
I was just going to say, sorry. I know my place. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't stepping on anybody's toes.
Oh, you're fine.
And your coterie, they seem like able-bodied individuals in their own respective ways, but I don't know. It's, trust issues are a thing, and I hope you're being safe. So,
needless to say, I'm still assessing.
That is fair.
So, it's still new. But a certain trial will come up soon that will test bonds a bit. So, we will see. See who's strong and who folds.
Well, hopefully they can pass the test. So, because I mean, and not to assume anything, but I'm sure you can appreciate new experiences, and so it's yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
I get it, and I appreciate your concern, Abigail. But this old girl has been around a while and knows how to be safe.
Should this is not to talk business, but should I give them my business card, or I mean, I don't
let's
know.
keep it through me for now.
Fair enough.
The venture that I was mentioning is something that's going to be a joint venture between Jonathan and myself. So I will handle that aspect.
Works for me.
Okay.
And the music, the next song you started talking, it comes to an end. And when it comes to an end, Damien, thank you all. Thank you. That's it for tonight for us. We've got things to do. But keep an eye out. Our new album will be releasing this month.
And Jackie applauds.
And the crowd goes nuts. And as they're clearing up, everyone's cheering. You hear the DJ start spinning up.
Mm-hmm.
And Damien comes off the stage. And you actually see Nero get up. And he's following not far behind Damien. As Damien approaches the booth where you were sitting at.
And I'm going to head over there.
Okay.
I'll follow Jackie. Or should I stay on the dance floor? Oh, actually, I'm going to ask her. I'm going to say, do you need me to...
Actually, why don't you stay here?
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So Abba is going to go back to kind of just white girl dancing.
Mm-hmm.
So
white girl dancing.
And as you approach, Damien's taking a seat, but Nero isn't. He's standing there at the booth looking at everyone at the booth. And as you walk up, he gazes at you with those blank, beautiful eyes.
Jackie doesn't actually know who he is, does she?
You've inferred, based on
what I've heard,
what you've heard from the rest of the coterie, and seeing Kathy leave with him, that would be Nero.
My, your eyes are striking.
Where did your friend go? There were 6.
Oh, he had something to take care of.
Did the music move you?
It was lovely.
Yes, it was.
I enjoyed it. I danced to it.
Did you feel the passion?
I did.
Did you feel the anger?
At moments.
Interesting. Damien, I'm going to go and help Kathy pack. And Damien just kind of nods at him. And you see Nero, he's moving, flowing with a grace as he walks through the crowd. But at no point does his face leave that impassive hardness. And Damien's sitting there and looks at the group. Where'd Lamar go?
He had something to take care of.
Okay.
Damien,
You wanted to talk?
I did.
Well, let's talk. What do you need?
There is a matter that I wanted to bring to your attention. And I take out a photo I'd kept behind and show it to him.
Where'd you get this?
It is taken from last night in our domain.
That's some bullshit, too. But okay.
You are the second person to tell me I'm dealing in bullshit, and I don't deal in bullshit. Needless to say, I know the story and I know the background on this guy. We will take care of it.
Wait, hold up a second. How do I know that fucker Lamar is not part of it?
He's not.
I mean,
Trust me, he's not.
once a Sabbat, always a Sabbat, right?
Trust me, he's not.
Can't trust snitches. Don't give a fuck. Can't start a snitch. What do you think switching sides is?
I know what it is. It seems to be all the rage right now. You know, when a boat's sinking, the rats try to get off.
So why are you showing me this?
I would like to make a deal with you. You see, back when you sent the pack after them, this one got away.
We'll get him. It happens.
I'll
What?
get him. Our coterie will get him.
It's your domain, your problem. Sounds okay to me. Why bring it to me?
I'll make sure no one knows.
Why would I care if anyone knows?
Oh, really? You don't care?
Why would I care? Tell me.
Let's see. Your operation was not a complete success, as you claimed. Your reputation will be damaged. And I'm happy to ensure that that doesn't happen.
You know, half our type here in this city don't even like me anyway. But
I like you just fine, Damien. Work with me here.
handle it. Handle it quietly.
Of course.
And I'll make a note and remember it.
Good. And I take the photo. We have a deal.
And I am sure I won't hear this again, right?
Of course not.
Good, good. We
The
can
deal's
work with
done.
that. Now, I hope you enjoyed the music.
It was excellent.
I'm sorry Lamar left so quick, even though I don't trust his type at all. He's made an impression on Kathy, at least. She was hoping he'd hang around a bit.
I'm sure he will next time.
Tell him not to.
I can suggest it. I can't guarantee it'll stick.
Do you think Nero
Oh,
comes over to greet
is that who that
everybody?
was?
Yes. Do you think he checks on everybody who listens to his music?
No.
Do you think it odd that he noticed who was missing?
No, I don't think it's odd at all. I picked up on that.
As I said, advise him.
I will. I will. I already warned him once.
This type never have learned, have they?
You know, it is what it is. But yeah, so that one worries me.
He worries a lot of us. But he writes damn good music.
He does.
Doesn't seem to like it anymore, but he writes good music.
Never seen one that cold.
He's an odd one. Recently woke up.
Are you sure he woke up?
He's walking around again. Kathy assures us she came home. And he was writing music, which was great because, he's written some good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he wrote 3 of the pieces tonight.
Yeah, and they were great. And
Little dark,
good.
little angry, little edgy. But hey,
that sells now.
Edgy sells. That's right.
That sells now. Yes, I'm aware.
What kind of
in the entertainment business, I get it.
What kind of rap am I singing if I don't bring up some gunplay once in a while? I got to keep, it's part of the cred. You got to put that in there.
I know. No, y'all did well tonight. You really did. And hopefully we can swing by and listen again sometime. It was enjoyable, truly.
No, keep an eye out. We play other bars some other nights. This Thursday's the only steady gig we do.
Okay. Very good.
I've got some business to do now that they're getting all packed up.
Yeah. We've got things to handle as well.
Now, who here has Since the Unseen?
Not me. That'd be Roscoe.
Yeah.
Okay. What's all specs?
Let's see. Where is Ospec?
It's going to be under your disciplines.
Mm-hmm.
Second tab.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Willpower that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a passive check, so you won't have to worry about, the bestial failure part on the passive check.
It did not give him his bonus for his
Roll 2 extra dice first, and then decide what you're going to willpower. Or, sorry, 1 extra die. Sorry. For your blood potency.
What? 1 or 2 extra then?
Just one
just
for
one.
blood potency.
Sorry, you don't have blood potency 4, because that'd be awesome, but no.
Okay. How do I roll just 1 die?
Right-click the die at the bottom.
Click on the left-click the die and drag it.
Drag it right into the chat. It's going to take at least 2 seasons before we all learn Fantasy Ground.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so you're going to roll 3 die now with a willpower.
Roll, just right-click the die at the bottom and say 3 and roll 3 dice for your willpower if you want to willpower that. Normally, I don't let you totally roll willpower on passive checks, but there's something I'm hoping you'll see.
Something's not working right here.
Right-click on the die.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
3 successes.
It just took forever to come through.
Okay.
Lagging on you. So as Damien goes back to the stage, and they're packing up their stuff, you actually see the oddest thing. A shimmering form of a guy packing a saxophone away into a case. You can see right through the guy. He hadn't been there the whole night, but he packed the saxophone away and then it seemed to fade from view. Now, the odd part about all this isn't the fact you saw that, because you've seen weird things before, is now that you've seen it, you vaguely recall hearing undertones of a saxophone in the music played tonight.
Okay.
You had dismissed it at the time as coming from a mixed pad or something they were having at the table or at the with the band.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not so sure now.
Okay.
Did I see him when I looked on the stage earlier and the dance floor?
You didn't see him.
Okay.
So I mentioned it to the rest of the group. So did you hear any undertones of like a sax during that performance?
Can I do something to recollect?
When he mentions it, you've heard it.
Okay.
Because
I did.
Yeah, I just saw a guy, this old kind of translucent ghost of a guy, up on stage putting his sax away, while everybody else is packing up too. He wasn't there all night. I just happened to, as Damien was walking away, I happened to look up and see it.
Interesting.
Now, I'm going to flash to Lamar a minute. Lamar, after you'd left, you took the thing to Etienne. What did you do after that? What was your plan?
You are muted.
Oh, he's deciding.
Okay.
He's so off put by Portia that...
Yeah, he did kind of leave there. He did not run, but he walked very, very quickly. But he would take the envelope to Etienne, as Jackie requested, and he wants to make sure he's like not on his way back to his car that he's not followed. So at least as best he can.
It's kind of hard with it as busy as it is, because even though Succubus Club is full, the line is still there, and there's people who are standing in line. Some are leaving line, some are coming to get in line, some are going right to the front. And there's even a bouncer that's walking down the line, and as he walks down the line, once in a while he'll point at somebody and point them towards the door and let them skip the line.
But yes, he will. He will make sure that Etienne gets the folder. Although he'll take one last look at the pictures and everything, just to make sure he gets a good, solid image of.
It's definitely the guy that's gonna get to experience Clan I'll fuck you up.
Yes, and then Lamar will. He will head back to Sylvester's to make some preparations.
Okay.
For himself. Because he doesn't want to go all the way out to his haven tonight. So he will go back to Sylvester's and just check to see if anybody's checked, come looking for them, asking after them.
Okay.
Or if, homeboy was dumb enough to actually show up there and start something,
Okay. And you're taking the drive over right now. So now we're going to finish their scene because of the time it will take you to get there, plus the time leaving. So we will let them continue scene. I wanted to make sure what you were doing, though, and then we'll come back to you at Sylvester's.
And Jackie, did you and Abigail have a good dance with Zal?
Yes, actually. Hadn't met her before. She's very interesting.
Yeah, more interesting than you might think, but not here.
Okay. Okay. So I think I'm about ready to call it a night myself here. I have some things I need to do, more friends to get in touch with. I'm going to go say goodbye to Abigail and head out, guys.
And when you go to say goodbye to Abigail, she's actually now dancing with Alexa.
And a Luke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And again, obviously he's blind.
Yeah. I just kind of,
But he moves like he's not.
I gracefully just, kind of sidle up to her and just give her a kiss on the cheek and say, I'm heading out, dear.
All right. Have a good evening, Jackie.
You too.
And Luke's head turns right towards you and do come by the gallery.
Oh, I will.
And bring your friends. And even Alexa goes, yeah, I'd love to speak with him further.
Absolutely. I'll do all I can to make sure they join me.
Good.
And I head out.
Okay. And the coterie leaves with you, I'm assuming, because I know Roscoe had something he didn't want to say in the building. And where does it?
That's
and
right.
This is where we will bid goodbye to Abigail. Thank you, Ivy.
Thank you,
for being
Ivy Raven,
our
for
first
joining
guest,
us.
Our first guest.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Very reserved in front of people you don't know, like a smart venture should. And I'm sure
All about perception.
we will have her pop up again. So thank you for being with us. So having left Succubus Club, the coterie is now on the street walking back to their car, and I will let the three of them speak. Before we're going to flash back to Lamar after the three of these speak and explain what they're going to be doing now that they've left the club, and then we're going to flash to Lamar at Sylvester Steakhouse. And I turn the scene over to Jackie, Jonathan, and Roscoe.
As I see the guys following me out, I basically walk back to the garage with them. And I say, we can speak privately in my car briefly while I get ready, because I have somewhere I need to go.
Okay.
And we get in the car and talk.
Okay. Oh, so your friend Zal had a friend of Jonathan and I come by the table and noticed that you were dancing with her. Gave us some little background on her.
You use friends so loosely, Roscoe.
Yeah, well, I don't want to,
Jonathan, does anyone like you?
I don't want to cast aspersions.
I like me.
Outwardly, she's Kaitif,
Okay.
but it's thought that she's actually Giovanni.
Yes.
Okay.
The last one, apparently. In the city.
In the
anyway.
city. Storyteller, would I know anything about recent happenings with that clan?
Nope.
Okay.
All you know is there's not supposed to be any, at least, you know, there's none. You were told all of them in the city disappeared one night.
Okay.
Just poof.
Okay.
And that's why the medical area that used to be what they ran
Is now vacant.
is now turned into a shit heap
Yeah.
because they're not maintaining, not upgrading. They had worked a deal with with Kevin Jackson to improve that section of the town, and then they went poof, and all the drug addicts moved back in.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, thank you for that tidbit. I mean, she kind of, the look, I mean, it's not like, classic Giovanni, but definitely she's leaning into that whole, I am death look. But, it's whatever. I mean, she can pretend to be whatever she wants to be. It's fine. As long as she doesn't, get in the way of my endeavors, I'm fine with it. Anything else interesting?
Well, just from what I saw, that guy putting the sacks away.
Yeah, that was unique. Wonder if it was a ghost or if it was somebody using powers. Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, it all seemed just conversational with me. She didn't spill anything. She does say that she sometimes is a street performer, plays guitar.
Did she say where?
She just said out and about. So we might see her in passing at some point. But she does go to the club a lot.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, well, I'm going to go deliver these photos. And then I'll meet y'all at the steakhouse.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
So Jackie goes to
Yep, they exit the car and
go
we
to
leave.
go to Doc Holliday's. Jonathan and Roscoe, of course, they're taking their own cars because they didn't come together. And I assume you all are you going to have a talk before you go, or are you just going to go and just have your talk at the steakhouse?
Can we talk about maybe meeting up with Lamar before we go there, or did he have other things to do?
You don't know where Lamar went.
You can text him. I mean, it'll take an hour to get an answer back because
Lasombra.
So you text him,
Technology
and
works so well.
Lamar can answer if he replies to the text or not.
Right.
He does, and comes back with STKHSE.
No, Steakhouse.
And I reply with the capital C.
Question mark.
Well, it's, C or D would be what, confirm or deny. Just, I'm confirming that steakhouse is the place we're going to go.
Okay, so
He don't know that text speak.
yeah, he barely uses the phone. He doesn't like the phone.
He'll just go, why?
So do Jonathan and Roscoe have a talk, or do you just head out from there?
I'd like to talk to Jonathan just for a sec about our friend Sunshi. What is it with her and you, Johnny? She got something against you?
My family.
What's wrong with your family? She doesn't like.
They were subjugated for many years.
Oh, okay. I understand that.
I offer them autonomy.
And did they take it?
Absolutely. I allow them to work on their own projects and interests. They merely assist me when I need them.
Sounds
Give them a place to stay and somewhere safe for them to do all that. Simply all I am.
Sounds reasonable. Okay. Just wondering.
Well, you've already met Celeste once.
Right.
Perhaps one day you'll meet Julian as well.
Sounds good. Maybe when we go to compare notes on the runes.
Absolutely, I think they would be of vital importance.
All right. Well, let's work that out. We'll take care of it then. And let's head on.
I'm almost surprised Abraham hasn't wanted to speak with us.
Me too. And also Marcel. He hasn't said anything the last day. He seemed to be so very interested in getting hold of that book.
Well, perhaps he knows what happened to it.
Possibly. I mean, he was able to figure out who had it so quickly. Maybe he also knows exactly where it is too. So,
yes, this book dealer that you got it from.
I know. I need to have a word with him at some point.
Perhaps I can meet him sometime. I wouldn't mind adding something to my collection.
Absolutely. He is a great dealer. I get great things from him. I mean, maybe with the exception of this last one, but he regularly helps me with good acquisitions.
And some that are a little bit more than we anticipated as well.
Yes, that does seem to be the case, doesn't it?
But I think we should go meet with Lamar, and I'm sure Jackie won't be far behind us as well.
Okay, let's go do that. Find out exactly what happened to him when Portia was giving him attention.
I don't think he liked that attention.
No, I don't think so.
It was a little too close.
So Jonathan and Roscoe start heading to Steakhouse. Now, Lamar, you arrive at the Steakhouse, and Brackus says no one's been here looking for you. Should I expect anyone?
No, I was just making sure that everything around here was okay. But thank you, Brackus. I appreciate it.
Oh,
I'll be.
Things are mostly fine. There's a stabbing 3 doors down, and I think a brawl across the street.
How long ago did those happen?
A few hours ago. Common occurrence, sir.
All right. Well, thank you, Brackus. I appreciate it. I'll be downstairs.
Of course. Do you need me to send you anything?
No, I'm good for right now.
Yes, sir. And you head down, and your haven is like you expected it to be from the last time, though the build-out has been finished. It has now got multiple rooms segmented for each person to have their own room. You even have what has become called the conference room, but it's really just a room with a bunch of chairs in it for people to chill out and discuss things. And in the main entry area, of course, it still has a bar with the old bar seating still sitting there.
The public room.
And you've still, nobody's heard a reply from Destiny. So.
Nothing from Eleanor either?
Eleanor, the only reply you got is she was meeting Ben. Or no, actually, that was who she told Jackie. You haven't heard anything from Eleanor at all either.
Okay. Lamar's a paranoid guy, so he's just going to check the place over.
Okay.
Make sure that he doesn't find anybody lurking.
Everything seems okay. There's a couple things moved. Small things, glasses. An empty bottle looked like it got knocked over at one point. Things shifted around. But you've seen this before, is every time you come here, one or two things are slightly not where they were. Or a chair is not where you thought it was left.
Yeah, he chalks that up to their friend. And he'll inspect kind of the corners of the room, just seeing if there are any spiders in the air in the area.
There's no spiders in the area. Actually, you don't really find much of anything insect-wise. Of course, You do know the hole that Destiny likes to go over and talk with. And you do hear every once in a while something rustling over in that corner. But you don't see any signs of it.
Okay. Once I'm satisfied, I'll go ahead and have a seat at the conference table. Just wait to see if anybody arrives.
Okay. And actually, you're there about 20 minutes and then you get a text. It's
What's up
from
on the
a
phone?
one-use number. Meet up tomorrow. You know where. And the numbers, of course, from your Mola. One of them they will be used once, and then that number will be considered dead.
Okay. He doesn't bother replying since that number is probably already out of is probably no longer useful, and he will just make sure that he marks down so he's gonna attend that meeting. So he's got possibly 2 meetings tomorrow, but he's otherwise going to wait for his coterie.
And as you're waiting for the coterie, every once in a while you hear an odd noise in the room. You can swear you catch something out of the corner of your eye. Something seems to shift slightly. It's growing up, you would have definitely chalked it all down to, shit's haunted. And you've seen it. Now, Jackie is on the way to Doc Holliday's. We're going to cover that first so that we can get that. Now, when you arrive at Doc Holliday's, it's a Thursday night, but the bikes are out front. And when you come in,
bikes.
Multiple bikes, lots of bikes.
Oh, okay.
Now, when you go into the building, of course, Doc is behind the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you and,
Doc.
he's not here, but you should go see that man over there.
I look.
And he points out a guy that you have not personally met yet.
Okay.
Let me share this picture. There's a picture of him. And
He's a looker.
if that's what you call it. The guy is definitely a bit scruffy.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing a padded leather jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Jeans are ripped a little. He's got biker boots on. His hair is slicked back and almost kind of a
Pompadour almost.
yeah. You can see there's a hefty amount of product holding it back.
Mm-hmm.
With the back of it is long. It's almost like a mane coming down the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
And oddly enough, there's a shotgun sitting on the table in front of him, double barrel sawed off, just laying on the table.
Okay.
And as he looks at you,
I walk right up to him. I hear I'm to talk to you.
you'd be Jackie, right?
I am. And you are?
Call me Dread.
Dread. Pleasure.
Have a seat.
I have a seat.
Tyra's told me to expect this.
Mm-hmm. I pass the envelope over. Show it to him. Tell him I don't deal in bullshit.
He takes a look at it. Then he looks at you. Watch your tone with me.
It wasn't directed at you.
Understand. So that little fucker got away.
Mm-hmm. Because that was taken last night. When he gave us 24 hours to clear out of his turf. It made me laugh.
You know, one of the first things about holding turf is you only hold it if there's nobody in there challenging you.
Mm-hmm. That's what I know. That's what you know.
Has he rebuilt his pack?
No. He has a pack of rats.
Don't understand the fascination with rats.
Don't either.
You know, give me a good pack of street dogs. And you've seen some of the ferals running around town.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. So, what you need us to do? You know where he is?
I've got eyes watching for movement. Found a, safe house. It's got detections on it. Thinking it'd be a good place for a trap.
Nitro and I'll go check out Wicker Park, the street light. One of us will contact you.
Perfect.
Tyrus is doing his thing, but
I take out a card and pass him it.
we
That's how
can
you
handle,
can reach me.
We can handle one little shitheel.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we might be able to do it ourselves, but it'd be nice to have some friends nearby just in case.
And he taps the shotgun on the table and goes, Sammy here. He may be able to take fire, but even our kind, this will do a number on.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. That's where you can reach me.
Okay. Well, don't worry, we'll find you.
I'm sure. Have a good night, Dredd.
Don't feel blown off if you don't see us.
Oh, I won't.
We have ways of
I won't take
watching.
it personally, I promise. And I turn to leave, and I place another 50 on the bar for Doc.
Okay, Doc takes it. Says, you don't have to do this every time. I mean,
I'm just showing my appreciation, Doc.
hey, I mean, I'll take the money.
You take care of yourself.
You didn't get scared off by Dredd over there, did you?
Nah.
Okay. He's,
I've seen scarier things than that.
Yeah, well, at least Nitro wasn't here tonight.
I'll take your word for it. You have a good night.
She's an odd bird.
Mm,
Have a good one.
you too.
And you head over to the steakhouse.
Steakhouse.
Now, Jonathan and Roscoe, you arrive, and Lamar's just sitting there.
Before I go
And
in,
I give the scene. What are you doing? Before what?
before we go in to the steakhouse, where are we in the 24-hour window?
You are past it now.
Excellent.
Okay, so I look around to see if I just if I can see anything that's obvious.
Nothing obvious. If you'd like to roll wits awareness, you can.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yes.
Of course. And the curse. Oh, wow, Roscoe has transferred the curse of the dice to Jonathan.
Sorry,
So
man.
we have one success on 6 dice for Jonathan, and then on 6 dice we have 5 successes from Roscoe. Well done. There doesn't seem to be anybody paying attention to the building tonight. Now you can see where there's a couple people eyeballing each other across the street, but for some reason it doesn't seem like you're being watched as you're coming in.
Okay.
You don't see any rats either, which is of concern to you now because, rats.
Right.
So
Okay.
now, do you head in the front door or do you go in the back entrance by slipping down the alleyway?
I'll slip down the alleyway.
I go through the front door.
Okay. And Brachus is there. Mr. Jonathan, your friend is in the basement.
I get one of those chocolate lava cakes before I go downstairs.
Yes, sir. I can get one. And he leans over and talks to the maitre d' standing beside him, and guy runs off. And it doesn't take long to bring you back one from the kitchen. Here you go, sir.
I'll make my way down. I'll make my way downstairs and I'll start eating it on the way
Okay.
down.
So, Roscoe, you come in there through the back, and about a minute later, Jonathan comes down with a lava cake, but Lamar is sitting in the main room. And I will turn the scene to you guys now. Jackie, you want to wait a few minutes before you show up, and then you can show up at a appropriate time.
I will. I'll wait for a lull in conversation.
Hey, Lamar, how's it going? Everything all right down here?
Things are good. Oh, what is the... And then he was surrounded by Tremere. Somewhere that's either the beginning of a really good joke or the end of a really bad night.
Well, let's hope it's a good joke.
I'll go with that. So, you guys, how did the rest of the performance go?
Oh, it went really well. Let's see. Did you leave before you saw Jackie and Abigail out on the floor dancing?
Yes, he did. He left immediately after Portia ran into them as they were going to go dancing.
Okay. Yeah, you missed the show. That was quite something to see.
I'll take your word for it.
And they had a new gal join them dancing. Oh, quite a show. You really did miss that. But I gotta ask.
Damn.
I gotta ask, what was it like when Portia ran her finger down the side of your face?
Well, I was expecting, burst into flames, melt, have my have my lungs pulled out through my nostrils, all that at once. Maybe not even all in that order. But when nothing happened, I decided wasn't gonna play dice with the gods, and I decided to call it a night.
I mean, you talk about it. Johnny and I flirting with her, man. You just have them all fighting for you now, or fighting over you.
As long as they're fighting each other, I'm okay with that. Didn't see Kathy with a K tonight, but those are the sacrifices we make.
And that is where Jackie walks in.
Speaking of which, Nero asked about you.
Oh, yes, he did.
Perhaps it would be
Indeed.
best if you didn't keep looking for Kathy with a K.
Indeed.
Yeah.
At least
Hey,
that's
I left
my
her alone.
recommendation.
You guys asked me to leave her alone. I didn't mention her once tonight.
Yeah, well,
Well,
she seems to be interested in
yes.
seeing you again. So it might be a good tactic to avoid her at all costs.
Because we were led to believe in just general conversation that Nero, he doesn't really ever talk to the audience or make the rounds to see what people think of the performance. This was really a special kind of occasion where he came by the table and
Lamar, he spoke to me directly. I don't think Portia scares me as much as he does.
I would agree to that.
yeah, that's a good assessment.
Okay, I didn't
So
choose this
consider
life;
that.
it chose me. But I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
I mean, if you really need a girl on your arm, I'm happy to pose as one. I'll do whatever. But it's seriously, okay. Has anybody heard from Destiny?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I did. Just so you know, Eleanor's fine. She had someone she had to meet with, so she's fine.
Okay, good. So
Yeah, she's fine. I look out for my girl. But, okay. We have friends willing to help.
Okay.
it's excellent.
We can lay a trap in the building we have purchased to lure him in.
Okay.
Anybody got any suggestions on how to do that? I mean, knowing that we're there, I don't think he wants to blunder in there and, challenge us to a fight to see who gets the place, who gets to keep the place.
If he thinks it's only one of us,
Yes.
that's the perfect time.
Yeah, that could work. I mean, and he seemed so hard up to, fight a Bruja, kill a Bruja.
Oh, yeah.
I think
yeah.
that's
I think you're our bait.
Yeah, I think it'd be
Are you
probably
okay
a
with
good idea
that?
for you to do that.
Oh yeah, I'm great with that. I just need to prepare something, and
Of course.
I can definitely be the bait in that little honeypot.
Has anything unusual been happening since we are well past deadline now?
Brackus let me know that there was a stabbing down about 3 doors down and a fight across the street a few hours ago before I got here. But
That's just Wicker Park. Okay. That's just many of the things on our laundry list of things to clean up. Okay. Because I personally didn't see anything coming in, so.
No, I didn't either.
Okay.
Now, if we're gonna bait this trap, should I just show up there some night and wait to see if he shows up, or do I need to spray paint? You're an idiot in giant letters, and maybe hope he,
Well, I think just being on the property will alert him.
Yeah, once you go inside, it alerts him.
Yeah, so and he won't be able to resist that, I'm sure. Now, I'm sure the rest of us and our friends will be somewhere close in the vicinity.
Yeah, we won't know where our friends are, but they'll be here, trust me.
All right.
They tend to be subtle.
Until they're not.
Until they're not. Right.
And then they're quite effective.
Yes. I mean, we are talking about a group of gangrel.
Yeah, that's either really quiet or really loud, probably, and it goes from one to the other.
One extreme to the other, yes.
Yeah. I would assume within the next day or two, we should have everything is set up that we need.
I've got a meeting tomorrow night that I've got to hit up, but then maybe I'll head on down there and, just walk in, stand there a bit, and then leave just to piss them off.
Perhaps that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I got an idea.
So with the coterie back together, having a talk, and planning their way to deal with this asshole Sabat member that was causing a problem, but minus 2 of their members, this is where we're going to end the episode. And again, I'd like to thank our special guest. Last week's bonus XP went to Lamar.
Yay!
Apparently everyone liked his clan, I'm going to fuck you up.
Yes.
Yes.
Those were some good fighting words.
Oh, and, I love that.
So everyone here tonight gets 2 experience. For the 2 players who didn't make it, they both get 1 because I still give them 1 for whether they made it or not. It's just, that's one of the things I've always done is I try to give them some. If you like tonight's episode, pop over to the Discord right over here. Pop over. Vote for who gets tonight's viewer XP. You could even technically vote for Destiny or Eleanor because you can vote for anybody for any reason. You cannot vote for me, and you cannot give it to Nero or Zal. Okay, now she was hot, but no. If you like what we're doing, you got Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription. Go ahead, give us a subscribe right here on YouTube for free, or on Twitch, you can do it. Or pop over to our YouTube channel. You can subscribe over there for free. That's all our back content. And it doesn't get muted like randomly Twitch does to my licensed audio. I'm going to be salty about that a while. Don't worry. I will continue to be salty. While you're on YouTube, though, go pop over to Ishvel. Give them a subscribe on YouTube for free. If you're watching this on YouTube, look down in the panel below the info. There's a link right there to Ishvel. Give them a subscribe on YouTube. As soon as they hit 100 subscribers, we are giving away 2 $50 drive-through RPG gift cards. And considering it's getting up on Thanksgiving, what a good holiday gift. Show your thanks and get some free shit from drive-through RPG, because Let the Streets Run Red has just been released, which is more Vampire V5 shit.
Yep.
Which, I still haven't bought yet, but I will be because I've got to get it into Fantasy Grounds because I have to. Coming up this week, Relaine will tell you, I don't think we have anything out of the ordinary. I don't know what our schedule is that week.
Actually, hang on just a second. I can pull that up, I think. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I haven't done the schedules yet, but I think we're actually a little slim. We've got, I think some people are on break coming up. So I know we're going to have this on Sunday, but
so when the stream's over,
when the stream's over, you'll see the schedule. I apologize. I do schedules the last weekend of the month, for the next month. So I haven't done that yet.
There's a number of our streams that are about to take a holiday break.
It's about to take a holiday break. So I'm pretty sure, I think Haunted Chronicles is done, for the
Haunted
holidays.
Chronicles is done their season.
Yeah, they will have a 7th sea one, I believe, middle of the month, just before the holidays.
And I do believe Tim, she was talking about some possible one-shots.
No, none for December.
No.
But
So it's going to be on me to finally run some one-shots.
Yep. But yeah, basically, and I think Ishvel has, I think they're playing this coming weekend, and then maybe the next weekend, and then they're taking their break.
Yep. So be on our Discord and keep an eye out, because I've got to run some one-shots, and I've had a thought of a 10 Candles one-shot, which is awesome, and a Paranoia one-shot. And if you want to play the Paranoia one-shot, have alcohol.
And I'm going to be running another Bluebeard's Bride in January.
Yep. So we're, just because 2 of our shows are going on break, that means I've got to pull some content in because we like to keep the content flowing around here. We don't want to take their stop. We got to keep it moving. And I would like to wish Lifesaver and Lady Mirrorwhip to get better. Lifesaver, heal up, recover. Lady Mirrorwhip, please feel better. We missed you. But there's always stuff in the world of darkness that can go on. If you like cool content, check out our friends list over here in chat. They've got a bunch of people we like, put on good shows. If you're watching this, Macabre Derek comes on at 8:30 Eastern after this show. He's got a very dark Detroit vampire game. Hang out and talk with Plunder Loot in chat because he hangs out in chat in that one because he's one of the moderators. And it's a great dark vampire game. There's some good people in there. And again, join our Discord so you can vote on who gets the XP because the players love to hear the viewer vote because it shows the engagement and it shows them they're doing something fun and it shows, the viewers like it. So thank you all for coming. Anyone have anything to add?
No. Have a happy holiday.
Yeah.
This will be after that.
This'll air
hope
after.
everyone had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we hope everyone had a wonderful and safe Thanksgiving. Hopefully you stayed home, did it within your own household, didn't risk possible COVID infection. We want everybody to stay safe and healthy throughout this holiday season and help stop the spread, please. I'm a nurse working in a hospital. Please help stop the spread. Please.
And for Chops, please, especially during the holiday season, a lot of people get down. Reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, check in on them, make sure they're okay, because a lot of people aren't right now. And nobody can handle all the stress of life alone a lot of times, and you need to check in on them. And if you have a problem with mental health or you have things you're having trouble dealing with, reach out to somebody. They don't have to be a professional. Reach out to somebody. Don't be afraid to talk to someone about it because nobody can bear it all alone. And it's important to take your mental health seriously.
Yep.
Especially when you're playing dark games like these. So thank you all for coming. And we'll see you next week for the mid-season. Or this was the mid-season point. So now we're downhill from here, guys.
That's about guy is going the fuck down.
Hopefully next week, y'all may get to see him get the shit beat out of him.
Yes. We didn't want to do it without all our people here.
We will see.
We'll find out.
And good evening.
Good evening.
Good night, everyone.
Evening.